world of choice. Content is available everywhere on so many
En
platforms.
cette ère numérique, nous sommes submergés de contenu sur diverses plateformes.
Being able to find this content is a challenge, not just here, but around the
Le
world.
défi est de trouver le contenu dans un environnement numérique en constante
And more often
évolution.
than not, they're doing it through access
Les
versus
utilisateurs
ownership.
sont maintenant plus rapides que la
Users
télé.
are now faster than TV.
All of you guys have brilliant ideas on how to do that, and so we're all very excited to hear what you have to say. So today and tomorrow, you'll get to hear a number of keynote speeches. You'll be invited to participate in 7 breakout sessions. You'll have a choice of 20 sessions in total, and you'll get to hear from the greatest minds and experts in a variety of fields to tackle this fundamental change we're going through of discoverability.
Le téléspectateur est plus puissant que jamais. Aujourd'hui, il est un agrégateur actif et autonome à la recherche de contenus divertissants de partout dans le monde. The overwhelming majority do not watch content through a traditional television service provider. Their primary source of content is the internet.
So what's next? Well, perhaps the safest thing to do is not to play it safe. The new normal is that there is no normal. Nous devons aussi prendre l'initiative, amener les auditoires là où ils n'ont encore jamais été.
During lunch, you'll be invited to visit the Hub in the lobby, which is a digital playground where you get to learn and test about lots of products and companies. We have Moog Audio that are there, Metaverse, Flixel, Google Cardboard, which is super cool, Marble Media, Xbox, and also visit the Hub Zone with Mark Saltzman, who's a tech expert. It's a must to go stop down and see.
I've concentrated on technology a lot in this talk, and I think you can see this technology is terribly mutable. So is content. Content is absolutely mutable. It can be repurposed for distribution in so many different ways, and pretty much everybody in the room probably does that one way or another. Making more of it is not getting it discovered any better. There's just more to choose from. To me, every single one of your audience members is a human being, just like you and I.
Technology has significantly transformed our world and the way we live. Nous vivons à l'ère du numérique, dans une économie mondiale qui exige de plus en plus de créativité, de souplesse et d'agilité. Les temps changent et nous devons suivre le rythme de l'évolution.
So why is VR powerful? What does it do? Well, it creates at its best this sense of presence. The idea that it takes away the distractions of the world, it transports you somewhere else, and you are present in that environment. You're no longer constrained by the physicality of the real world. You're now in a virtual environment that's got you fully immersed and present.
It's actually a really important sentence, that it's the crowd that releases storytelling magic, right? It's not the size of the screen, it's not stereo-optic vision, it's not better eye tracking, it's actually the crowd. That's actually what makes things meaningful. And we don't have to do that anymore. And that's what I'm really interested in. And that's what all this is about, is that basically What the technologies that have grown up around television have allowed us to do is to build a legitimate limbic system around everything that we experience at a planetary scale.
You know, a number of folks asked me whether I was happy with the event. It's a bit of a false question because success will be defined by whether those folks that, like you, who participate in it were happy with the event. But I thought about some of the indicia of success. You know, and some of the most cynical members of the media industry said to me of this event that it over-delivered on their expectations. So coming from an industry you regulate, that was high praise indeed.
So that was a great 2 days. Lots have been said, but as I'm sure will agree, we have just started. But it's been so enriching learning from each other during those 2 days. And as we have discovered, discoverability is a continuous journey to be renewed by new ideas, new technologies, new data, and most important, new partners.
And now, how do we move from discoverability to discovered?